Hey everybody, today I want to share with you one of my very favorite fall recipes, butternut squash soup. It is so fast, so easy, so healthy, and so delicious. I have people ask me for this recipe every single time I serve it anywhere. So I want to share it with you because all four of those things make it super awesome. So what I've already done for the sake of making this video is I've already roasted my butternut squash. And what I did was I cut it from stem all the way to end, so I cut it vertically, and I scooped out the seeds, and I put the cut side down on a sheet pan and stuck it in the oven at 400 degrees for about maybe a half hour to 45 minutes until I could push on the sides and tell that it was soft. Then I took it out of the oven, I let it cool down so that I could handle it, and I just scooped out the inside of it. At that point, for my own purposes, because I want to be able to use it for lots of other things, I went ahead and pureed the flesh of it, the inside of it, but you wouldn't have to do that for this soup because we'll be pureeing it at the end as well. So you can use butternut squash that is fresh, which is super delicious, or if you just don't have that kind of time right now, you can also use a large can of canned pumpkin. So quite frankly, most canned pumpkin is primarily butternut squash anyway because it's sweeter, richer, and it has a better consistency than pumpkin. So that's what we're going to start with. The ingredients that we need are the butternut squash or canned pumpkin. We need a Granny Smith apple. We need an onion. We need some chicken broth or chicken stock. We need some sugar. I prefer turbinado sugar, but you can use any kind of sugar. You need some onion, and you need some curry powder and salt and pepper. Okay, so all we're gonna do once we've got all of our ingredients, I peel and cut my my apple so it's ready to go, and I just kind of roughly chop about a cup of onion. I've already got my butternut squash, as I said, cooked and pureed and ready to go. And so at that point, I just put it all in a pot. So I'm gonna put 32 ounces of chicken stock in a pot. Once I've got that in my pot, I'm going to add, just going to toss in my apple. Apple. The tartness of the apple, oh my goodness, does it add such a delicious layer of flavor. I'm going to add my, my onion. I am going to add a teaspoon of sugar. So that's not really very much sugar, considering this is going to make several servings. You're going to eat this several times. It probably makes about at least 8 servings. So I'm going to add a teaspoon of sugar. Like I said, I prefer turbinado because it's a little less processed. It's more of a brown sugar. But you can use any kind of sugar you like. So 1 teaspoon of sugar, and then a half teaspoon of salt. You can use either sea salt or kosher salt. Those are my 2 favorite kinds. So I'm going to use half teaspoon of salt and a half teaspoon of curry powder. The curry powder gives it such a warmth and kind of smoky flavor. I love it. So half teaspoon of curry powder. And then that's when I would add in my butternut squash, which I've already cooked. So it says about 4 cups in the recipe. I'm just going to add 2 big giant dollops of it. Might even add a little bit more. And if you had a large can of pumpkin, you could add that as well. All you want to do at this point is bring this up to a boil. Let all that stuff get soft. Make sure that your apple gets boiled and soft. Make sure that your onions are soft. Once it's all soft, turn it off. You can either let it cool and then stick it in the blender, or if you are like me, I make this enough that I actually bought a handy immersion blender that I use for a lot of different things. It gets its real workout in the fall for sure. And then once it's all soft, I just stick that in there, zhuzh it around, and I have the most delicious soup on the planet. So I hope that this helps you. I will share the recipe in the comments, and enjoy. It's awesome. Love it. Bye.